everyone, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back. My name is Tara, and today we're going to be doing a 10-minute yoga class for tight hips. So as always, listen to your body, and if something doesn't feel quite right, please feel free to skip the posture or modify in a way that feels better for you. And we're going to go ahead and get started today at the back of our mat in child's pose. So when you're ready, bring your knees nice and wide, big toes together. Send your hips back towards the heels and drop your forehead down towards the ground. You can reach your arms out in front of you and just allow your forearms to drop down into the mat. And whenever you're ready, take a nice deep inhale through the nose. And deep exhale, sigh it out through the mouth. Do that one more time. Deep inhale. And deep exhale, just feeling your breath move into the lower back and around the outer hips. We're going to take 3 more deep breaths here. With every exhale, allow your hips to settle a little bit closer towards the heels. Good. Now very gently pull yourself up into tabletop. Bring your knees underneath your hips, your shoulders on top your wrists, tuck your toes. 3 cat-cows. Inhale, soften the belly down towards the ground. Reach your chest forward, look forward. Exhale, tuck your chin in towards the chest, round through the spine, press the ground away. 2 more like that. Inhale, soften your belly down, chest forward, look forward. Exhale, tuck your chin in towards the chest, round the spine. Last time, deep inhale, softening the belly down, tailbone up, chest forward. Exhale, tuck the chin in towards the chest, round the spine. Come back to neutral and very gently step your right foot forward between your hands. If it doesn't land there, pick it up and place it there. Fingers start on either side of the front foot. Bend your front knee so the knee is right on top of the ankle. You can keep your back toes tucked under for now. Then very gently press your hands up onto that front thigh. Interlace your hands on that thigh and very gently pulse in and out of that back hip. Connect to your breath here. Maybe close the eyes if your balance is okay. And then you can hold here with your hands on your front thigh, or inhale, sweep your arms up alongside your ears. And exhale, maybe melt into that front hip a little bit more. Take one more deep inhale here. Maybe lift your chest up, look up. And then exhale, bring your hands to either side of the front foot. Slide your hips back and slide both knees back into your tabletop. Give your hips a little wiggle from side to side. We'll find child's pose again between each side. So bring your knees nice and wide, about mat width, big toes to touch, hips towards the heels, forehead towards the ground. Take a nice deep inhale here and a nice deep exhale. One more breath. Good. Then inhale back up into your tabletop pose. Take a moment, settle your hips underneath your knees underneath your hips, your shoulders on top of the wrists, tuck the toes. Cat-cow again. Inhale, soften the belly down, chest forward, look forward. Exhale, tuck the chin in towards the chest, round through the spine. Come back to neutral, setting up in your low lunge on the left. So gently step your left foot forward between the hands. Again, if you're having trouble, especially with tight hips, pick up that foot and just place it there. Keep the back toes tucked under, hands to either side of the front foot, knee right on top of the ankle. And then when you're ready, gently press your hands into the front thigh, lifting the head up towards the ceiling. For the first few moments, just pulse in and out of that hip. Kind of testing the waters here, follow your breath. If it's too much for your back knee, you can roll over your mat a few times or slide a blanket or anything with a cushion close by under that back knee. Then stay here with your hands on your front thigh, or inhale, sweep your arms up alongside the ears. Exhale, maybe melt the hips down a little bit further. Wherever you are, take one more deep inhale. And then exhale, bring your hands to either side of your front foot, slide your hips back, slide both knees back. Again, wiggle your hips a little bit from side to side. This time we're going to come into downward dog. So spread your fingers nice and wide, tuck the toes, lift your hips up and back. Don't worry too much about the shape here, just using this as a bit of a transition. Pedal out the feet, maybe twist out the hips. And you're going to take that right knee, place it just to the outside of the right wrist, set up for pigeon. Slide your back leg back in space, untuck the toes. Light flex in that front foot to protect the knee. Hands to either side of the front knee, inhale. Maybe lift the chest up towards the ceiling for a breath. You can either hold here or start to melt your torso forward. Coming to rest on your forearms or widen the elbows and forehead to the hands. Send your breath into that right hip. And really focus on the exhale here. Soften around the jaw, the eyes. One more full breath. And finish your exhale completely. And very slowly lift back up onto your hands. You can tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Carefully step back into downward dog. Pedal out the feet again, shake the hips, maybe give the head a little bit of a shake, yes and no. Then set up for pigeon on the left. So take your left knee, slide it just to the outside of the left wrist. Extend your right leg straight back in space. Come to the top of that back foot. Little flex in the front foot to protect the knee. Hands under the shoulders. Extend the spine. So take a breath. Maybe imagine your chest is lifting up towards the sky. Neither hold here or carefully melt your torso forward. Come to rest on the forearms or widen the elbows. Bring one hand on top of the other, forehead to the hands. It's coming to your edge here, so pick a position where you can still breathe, but you can also feel a nice opening around that hip. Good, holding here for 3. Use your breath, soften around that left hip for 2. And 1. Carefully press yourself all the way back up. This time, just sit your weight over to the left side. Swing your legs out in front of you. You can give your legs a little bit of a shake here if that feels good. And then slide forward on the mat so you have enough room to lie down onto your back. Grab onto your knees. Take your knees with you as you go. And holding onto the knees, making sure the lower back stays connected to the ground. Maybe rock a little bit from side to side. Big exhale, let it go. Then take your hands to the knees, straighten the arms so your fingertips will catch your knees. And start to draw nice big circles with your knees on the ceiling. Just follow your own breath here. Moving in one direction, maybe the other. Kind of a double movement here to feel a little massage around the lower back and also lubricate and open through the hips. And then come back through center. Keep your right knee hugged into the chest. Interlace your hands just below the knee. And place the sole of the left foot down on the mat to start. Take an inhale, move that right knee away from you just a little bit. And exhale, gently slide the right knee in and out towards the right shoulder. Then either stay here or you can extend your left leg long onto the mat. Don't worry if that leg's not straight, just keep the heel connected to the ground. We'll set it for a twist, so reach your right arm out into a T position, hand facing down. Left hand comes to the outside of the right knee. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, gently twist. Lower the right knee over towards the left, any amount. And don't worry too much about how far that knee is dropping over. You can take your left hand under the inside of the right thigh and use it as a little prop for your knee. Maybe turn your head over the right shoulder. Take one more full inhale here. Full exhale. Your head is turned, move it back to the ceiling first. Carefully roll back onto your back. Keep that right knee bent, hug it in towards the chest. Take that left foot back to the mat. We'll set up in a figure 4 shape on the right, so flex your right foot, place the ankle just below the left knee, and take your right hand to the right knee, press it straight forward. You can hold here, or you can float your left foot up off the mat, coming in to thread the needle, interlacing your hands at the back of the left leg. And your choice here, either hold still, or you can rock a little bit from side to side. Take one more breath here. And then gently place that left foot back down onto the mat. Uncross the legs. Give your legs a little windshield wiper from side to side. Maybe you'll notice the difference between the right side and the left. And then hug your left knee into the chest. Interlace your hands just below the left knee. Keep your right foot on the mat, and your choice again. You can hold it here or you can straighten that leg any amount. Just keep the heel connected to the ground. Use your inhale, let that left knee move away from you just a little bit. And as you exhale, move that left knee in and out towards the left shoulder. Making sure the back of the neck is long, so tucking the chin in towards the chest and then placing the head back to the ground. My little assistant Lucy here is nodding in agreement. Take one more full inhale and full exhale. Setting up for that twist on the left side, reach the left arm straight out from the shoulder, palm facing down, and take your right hand to the outside of the left knee. Inhale to prepare, exhale, twist, carefully lowering your left knee over towards the right, any amount. Again, don't worry too much about how far that knee is dropping, but try to keep both shoulder blades rooted to the mat. And imagine you're trying to stack your top hip over the bottom hip. Maybe let your head roll over towards the left. Take one more inhale here. And one more exhale. Carefully roll back onto your back. Keep your left knee hugged in towards the chest. And bend your right knee again. Bring the sole of the foot to the mat. Figure 4 shape on the left. Flex your left foot. Place the ankle just below the right knee. Take your left hand to the left knee. Press that knee forward any amount. And again, you choose. You either hold right here or come in to thread the needle. Float your right foot up off the mat. Interlace your hands at the back of the right thigh. Either hold still or gently rock a little bit from side to side. Good. Remembering to find your breath. Complete your exhales all the way. Holding for 3, for 2, and 1. Gently place that right foot back to the mat, uncross the legs. You can give your legs a little windshield wiper from side to side. Our last pose will be happy baby, so hugging your knees in towards the chest. Take your hands just below the knees and open both knees up towards either shoulder. Keeping your lower back rooted to the ground, you can either hold here and just rock from side to side a little bit, or flex the feet and kick them up towards the ceiling. Your knees will be bent at a 90-degree angle. And you can either hold on to the backs of the thighs, or if you can do so without the lower back or the head and shoulders rounding up, you can reach around and grab towards the outer edges of your feet. From there, you can just kind of play around a little bit. You can hold still or you can rock a little bit from side to side. Good. Take one more breath here. And then gently release the grip on your feet. Drop your feet to the ground and just extend both legs long onto the mat. Finding a final Shavasana for just a breath. Letting the entire body fall into the ground. And then stay here for as long as you'd like. And thank you so much, everyone, for joining me today. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Namaste.